And I think that we should refrain ourselves, whatever may be the level of provocation, from referring to a Nigerian as a refugee or as an immigrant in his own country.
Can you imagine?
The Constitution of Nigeria, Chapter 4, dealing with fundamental human rights, says, as a Nigerian, you can live anywhere. So this indigenous settler thing has to come to an end. And those who are going on social media referring to Igbos as immigrants in Lagos should know that they have a right to be in Lagos. Just as, where is that your village? Oh, okay, you are from
I'm from Lagos Island.
Okay, she is the one.
Former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has criticized the demolition of commercial plazas at Lagos State's Trade Fair complex, alleging that the exercise violated due process despite traders holding valid approvals. The demolition carried out by multiple agencies, including the Ministry of Physical Planning, Lagos State Building Control Agency, Lagos State Urban Renewal Agency, and the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, targeted structures in the Ojo local government area. Peter Obi visited the Auto Spare Parts and Machinery Dealers Association section of the market on Tuesday alongside several lawmakers, including Senator Ihinaya Abaribe of Abia South and Senator Victor Ume of Anambra Central. He commended the affected traders for their restraint in the face of their losses.
I've complained consistently all over the country. This is not a time, considering how difficult things are in this country, that such a thing should happen. At a time, most of the people who build this have borrowed money from bank at high interest rates. The business is no longer the way it is. It is at a critical time. You cannot do this now in this country. So it's happening at a time nobody would have dared do such a thing. And I urge the traders, let them exercise patience. We hear everybody's going to work together to see that such does not happen again, and that what happened here, like they said, they will get to the root of it. And I'm sure they will get to the root of it.
Has fired back at Peter Obi over his criticism of the trade fair complex demolitions, accusing him of misleading Nigerians about the legality of the affected structures. In a statement released on Wednesday by Gbenga Omotosho, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, the government insisted that the demolished buildings had no valid permits and that the traders were misleading the public about their documentation, adding that they ignored opportunities to regularize their documents during the amnesty declared last year, citing the Nigerian Urban and Regional Planning Act of 1992 and a 2003 Supreme Court ruling. The commissioner emphasized that the physical planning approval for any construction in Lagos must come from state government and that federal boards cannot override the requirement except the exclusive areas such as military formations. Dr. Abati, you know that this trade fair demolition has sparked a fierce debate over regulatory authority and due process. Traders affected by the demolition claim that the Trade Fair Management Board authorized the buildings. Omotosho clarified that the board only has powers to manage leases and tenancies, not granting building approvals. This issue exposes the complex jurisdictional tensions between federal agencies and state authorities in Nigeria's planning framework and highlights the need for a clearer regulatory framework governing such properties. And that's really what it is. We need a clearer governing framework. These affected traders are claiming that they had, the Trade Fair Board approve their buildings. And, the state government is saying it is the state's responsibility to approve buildings. Your thoughts on this?
Okay. Look, let me start with Gbenga Omotosho, who is the Commissioner for Information. He was saying, in response to the protest by traders at Aspamda, it is otherwise called, the Trade Fair Complex in Lagos, that, look, these traders, before they put up their structures, did not receive approvals. They claim that they got the approval from the federal government board, and it was quoting the law in the statement that the Lagos state government put out, namely that, look, yes, you may say trade fair belongs to the federal government, but it is determined in the fiscal planning laws and also in a quoted AG Lagos versus AG Federation. That is the Lagos state government who has control over buildings and all of that. And that an attempt had been made previously to reach out to the traders in Aspamda at the trade fair complex, and they just ignored the Lagos state government and said, we don't have any control, we don't have any business with you. However, I think it is good that Mr. Peter Obi visited the place alongside Senator Abaribe Enyenaya and also Senator Victor Ume from Anambra Central, Inyenaya is from Abia South, to identify with these persons who are the owners of the structures at the trade fair. However, there was something I saw in the statement. The Igbo traders there, because there's an ethnic dimension to it, they were described as immigrants. Now, a Nigerian cannot be an immigrant inside Nigeria. And I think that we should refrain ourselves, whatever may be the level of provocation, from referring to a Nigerian as a refugee or as an immigrant in his own country.
Can you imagine?
The Constitution of Nigeria, Chapter 4, dealing with fundamental human rights, says, as a Nigerian, you can live anywhere. So this indigenous settler thing has to come to an end. And those who are going on social media referring to Igbos as immigrants in Lagos should know that they have the right to be in Lagos. Just as, where is that your village? Oh, okay, you are from
I'm from Lagos Island.
Okay, she is the one who may be described as an immigrant. But
I live in Lagos.
Mr. Peter OBI made the point by saying that even when government is insisting on laws, insisting on rights, government must operate with justice, with humanity.
This is it.
With a human face.
This is it.
And I think that that's
the
just the bottom line of it, so that we do not get all of this reduced to the level of ethnicity. As for Professor Wole Soyinka, I think, this is a major achievement for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And it's a great credit to the Gowon administration, to the Obasanjo administration, and to everyone involved in this revival, not just of a building, not just of a monument, but of a national pride called the National Theatre of Nigeria. And also to the Bankers Committee, and also to Emefiele, who has other issues with the government. But perhaps this is one thing that we will be remembered for being governor of the central bank, because it was under his watch that all of this was galvanized, and the Lagos State government gave support.
Right.
Professor Wole Soyinka deserves the honor. He says he receives it with mixed feelings and with a sense of nostalgia. But I think it's important that that cultural symbol is named after a man who not only won the Nobel Prize in 1986, but who is also a global citizen and a major source of inspiration for generations of Nigerian literary students and workers, including the speaker.
Fantastic.
As for President Tinubu saying Nigerians abroad should come back home, they should believe in Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria first. We all believe in that. But this country should be made an attractive environment.
This is it.
We want Nigerians to come home. Do we have electricity? Do we have good roads? Do we have medical care? Many Nigerians who are abroad, many Nigerians who are Japanese, to use a famous phrase, they are doing so because the enabling conditions are not here.
Yes.
When President Tinubu says, come home, put Nigeria first, support your country, don't criticize your country, we should make Nigeria more attractive.
Absolutely.
The pastor of hope, Pastor Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has been preaching hope, he should deliver on that pastoral mandate.
Yes.
And then, of course, they will not need to preach too much for Nigerians abroad to promote their country and to come
back home.
Over to you, Pastor Tinubu.
Pastor Tinubu, and that is the actual point. I mean, I came back home, just like our beautiful Somi came back home because she believes in Nigeria. She wanted to see her state, Anambra, thrive. She wanted to be a politician. But we need to continue to encourage our young people out there by putting in policies in place that would, attract them to come back home, really.
Yeah, my people, you see, I have said it over and over. It's either we want the country to be one or we don't want it to be one. If we cannot be one, truly be one, let us divide the country. Let the country be divided. Nobody is begging each other to be part of the country. No one is begging to be part of Nigeria. If you can call me an immigrant in Nigeria, where I am, bona fide citizen, calling a bona fide citizen of the land immigrant, it shows you are mentally ill. That shows you are mentally unstable. Because referring to your fellow citizen as an immigrant because they are living in your state, because they are living in your community, because you find them around you, that shows you are not only an illiterate, but you are mentally unstable. The government are engineering such practice, treating fellow citizens as aliens in their state. Governor of Lagos State is engineering that, greasing that very expression coming from non-entities, coming from people that are empty upstairs. He is carrying it out that citizens of the country, full citizens, bona fide citizens, citizens by birth, citizens by everything you can think of, are being referred to as immigrants in the country where you say we are one. I've said it. If we cannot be one, let us divide. It is obvious the Igbo people are not denying their quest for freedom. The Igbo people are not denying, they are not asking to be free. The Igbo people are asking to be free. We want to be free. You know, I think Nigeria as a state should be begging Igbos to remain. Not Igbos being treated the other way around. No. The Igbo people has made it clear that they want to be free. They don't want to be part of Nigeria. Yet, you want them to be part of Nigeria. You want the country to remain one. But in action, you are treating them differently. You are treating them as lesser citizens. You are calling them immigrants. Why? They have made it clear they want to be free. They want freedom. You don't want them to be free. You are not accommodating us. The Igbos are not to be accommodated. The Igbos are free beings. You cannot relate us or accommodate us. We are free to exist where we find ourselves. If they don't want us to be one, let them divide. For demolishing the properties belonging to Igbo people in Lagos, this thing makes me so much sad. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the wife, they knows what is going on in Lagos. This thing is not a coincidence. I've said it before. It is not a coincidence that they are demolishing Igbo people's property in Lagos. It is orchestrated by President, the wife, and the governor of the Lagos state. These people are the people behind this atrocity going on against the Igbos in Lagos. I repeat, the president, the wife, and the governor of Lagos state, they are key actors in this very act. It is not a coincidence. It is not by accident. It is not just out of mistake. It is their plan, strategy, because the wife of Tinubu said it openly that they are going to chase Igbo people away from Lagos and take away their properties. What is happening now? Is it different from what she said? No, it is not different from what she said. What is happening now is what she agreed with the husband that they should do, and they are doing it now. So people should not pretend as if we are not saying it. We are saying it. We are hearing. It is obvious. This wickedness against the Igbos is coming from the president and the wife and the Lagos state governor. Fabricating against the Igbos, saying they built on wrong places, they built on waterways, they built without necessary approval. Those are fallacy of non-sequence. Those are cover up, nothing more. It is a systematic targeting of Igbos in Lagos to make sure that the Igbo people are dispossessed of their properties in Lagos. Nothing more than that. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Please share the video for other people to see it. And if it is your first time coming across my videos, I plead with you to follow my page and subscribe. Make sure you share the video, like them, comment on it so that they can be recommended. God bless you.